let's start. I want to invite you to collect some props. We're going to use a block, or maybe if you don't have a block at home, some books. And I'm sitting on a blanket, which is also nice to soften your seat and to elevate your hips a little bit. And if you have a bolster, it's going to be very nice, and otherwise maybe some pillows, anything that you have at home to support yourself. And today I'm going to pretend that you are all pregnant ladies. And today's class, well, generally in the first trimester, you don't want to do any activities that you're not used to doing. But since you're all yogis, that shouldn't be a problem today. And anything that we do in today's class is perfectly fine for the second and the third trimester. And the most important thing is that you listen to your body. Your body is going to tell you what is good for you today. And also be mindful of how flexible you feel today, because when we are pregnant, our body releases a hormone that's called relaxin. And that's a beautiful tool that our body gives us to prepare for labor, but during pregnancy it may lead to some discomfort. So if you feel that you are more flexible today than usually, then be mindful and take a step back and take it easy. And we're going to focus on some nice opening poses today and restorative poses. Yes, so I think we can start. Come and sit in a comfortable position. You can sit in a cross-legged position on a blanket, or if that's not comfortable for you, you can come in a kneeling position like this, and you can use a block to sit on. Just choose any position that's comfortable for you. And today we're going to open with a chant to Ganesha. Connecting with the qualities of Ganesha is a wonderful way of preparing to connect with the purity of your baby. And afterwards, we'll chant Om together. So bring your hands to your heart center, and invite you to close your eyes and just take a moment here to set your intention for this class. And then I will do the opening chant. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Inhale for Om. Om. Hari Om Tat Sat. You can slowly open your eyes. I wanted to start with a short grounding meditation to start this class. So sit in a comfortable position. You can stay seated as you are now or adjust. And also feel free to adjust your position during the meditation if you feel uncomfortable or if your legs go numb. Just be comfortable. So you can bring your hands to your knees. Maybe you want to put your index fingers and your thumbs together in the Om Mudra, or you can go for the Ana Mudra and place one hand on top of the other in your lap, as you prefer. And allow your shoulders to sink back and to relax. And I invite you to close your eyes or keep your gaze soft. And take a few breaths here. And see if you can, with every exhalation, if you can release tension and let go of all the activities of the day. And I invite you to bring your attention inwards for this next hour. Now bring your attention to your breath. And without changing anything, just observe how the breath and the air moves through your body. And allow yourself to listen to your body and tune into your intuition. And let your body guide you through today's practice. And ask yourself, how are you feeling in this moment? Then bring your hands to your belly and observe how that feels. Does it feel warm? Or maybe you can feel some movements of your baby. And if your baby is still small to feel him or her, then allow yourself to completely relax the area and the space of your belly and your hips. And let go of any tension there. And see if you can create some space. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes, but keep your gaze soft. And we're going to do some joint openers, and we're going to first bring some movements in our neck. We're going to make small circles first clockwise. And see if you can synchronize the movements with your breath. So in every inhalation, you come up. And exhalation, chin to chest. And start by making small circles and slowly make them a bit bigger. And be gentle to yourself. And you can close your eyes if that feels nice. And then slowly start making smaller circles. And we meet in the center. Then we're going to the other direction and we make circles with our head anti-clockwise. And start by making very small circles. And slowly make them a bit bigger. And move with your breath. And make them small again until your head comes to stillness. And when you're ready on your next inhalation, we bring our hands up over our head, look up, and exhale, come down, bring your hands in front of your heart center. And inhale, hands up over your head. And exhale down, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, hands up. And on your next exhalation, we're going to open up slightly to the right. So we bring our left hand to our right knee and we go for a very gentle opening. And maybe look over your right shoulder. And take a breath here. And inhale, hands come up. And we open to the other side. Right hand goes to the left knee. And see if you can look over your left shoulder. And we do that one more on each side. Inhale, hands up. And open up to the right. Inhale, hands up. And open up to the left. And release. Now we're going to go for a nice side stretch and stretch for your shoulders. We bring our right hand overhead and we move towards the left to give us a nice stretch on the right side. And maybe you can look underneath your armpit. And exhale, right hand comes down. On your next inhalation, your left arm goes up and stretch to the right, look under your armpit. And exhale, release. Now we're going to interlock our fingers and we're going to raise our arms on top of our heads. And then slowly on our breath, we're going to move to the side. So inhale, stay here. And exhale to the right. Inhale up. And exhale to the left. And do this a few times on your own breath. Last time. And exhale, release when you're ready. Now we're going to release our legs and stretch them out in front of us. We've been sitting in the same position for quite some time and shake them out a little bit. Release any tension that you may feel there. And bring your hands to your knees and maybe you can give them a small massage and move your kneecaps a little bit, see what feels nice for you. And then we're going to rotate our ankles. So first we go clockwards. And see if you can synchronize the movement with your breath again. And give your ankles a nice opening. And then the other way. Okay, and then we're going to do the same with our wrists. We place our arms in front of us. And we're going to move our wrists. First clockwise, slowly, really open up your wrist joints. And the other direction. And shake it out a little bit. So now we're going to bend our knees. We're going to roll over onto one hip. And we're going to come on all fours. And it may be nice if you have a blanket to place it under your knees for a little bit more comfort and support. Make sure that your knees are under your hips and your hands are under your shoulders. We're just going to open up the hips a little bit. And first move in any direction your body and your hips want to move. And open up your hip joints. And then we're going to draw the figure 8 with our hips. And this is really one of the movements that you want to take with you when you're going into labor. When contractions come, they come in waves, and this is a beautiful way to release tension and also to position your baby for giving birth. Okay, and come to stillness again. Now make sure you place your knees a little bit wide so there's enough room for your belly, and we're going to do a special cat-cow pose. When we exhale, we look at our belly and we lower down our hips all the way down as feels nice for you. Then we inhale, we come into our elbows and we move forward and we push ourselves up again. So exhale, look at your belly and come all the way down with your hips. Inhale, bring your elbows to the ground and push yourself up again. So we do this on our own breath. Exhale, look at your belly, come down, and inhale, come up again. And when you're ready, come back to all fours. And you can place your knees under your hips. So now we're going to stretch out the right leg. Heels are facing upwards, toes are on the mat, and we're going to push away that foot. Push it away, and this is a nice stretch for the calves. And this also helps to prevent some cramps. Okay, now your next exhalation, place your knee back. And we go for the other side. Place your left toes on the mat and push your foot away. And exhale, release. Now you can stay like that, and we're going to place our right knee parallel to the short side of the mat. Support yourself with your hands, and we're going to stretch out the left leg like this. Then put your weight onto your right hand and you lift up your left arm. I think you cannot see me on the camera, but I'm stretching out my left arm over my head. And take a breath here. On your next exhalation, we're going to circle the arm down and we're going to draw circles with our arms. Inhale, come up, and exhale, circle down. Okay, your next exhalation, place back your left hand on the mat and you can place back your left knee as well. And we go for the other side. So place your weight on the left hand and the left knee and stretch out your leg. And move up your right arm. And start making circles on your breath. So exhale, circle comes down, and inhale, circle up. And on your next exhalation, place your right hand back and place your right knee on the mat again. Now we're going to be using our bolster, or if you don't have a bolster, you can use a pillow or anything that makes it more comfortable for you. We are on all fours, and we're going to walk our hands forward to a heart melting pose. So we come onto our elbows, and we let our chest and our head sink onto the bolster. Just find your position any way that's comfortable for you. Now you can stay here, or you can come with me and place your hands together on top of your head. Okay, and release, come back on your elbows and slowly walk yourself back up. Now get your block or a book or anything that you have in your home to support yourself. We're going to do a nice hip opener. We're just waiting for Jyoti to come back. Yes, there she is. Okay. So we use a block or a book or anything you have to place your hands upon. And our knees are still on top of our hips. And on your next inhalation, we're going to place the right foot on the outside of our right hand. Then we place our right hand onto our right knee. And we're going to draw circles, first clockwise, and make small circles at first, very gently, and slowly make them bigger. And make them smaller again until you meet in the middle. And then we go for the other direction, anti-clockwise. And again, start with small circles. And make them bigger. And come back to the center. Then we're going to, I'm just going to place the block like this so you can see my foot. We're going to lean on the side of the foot. And we're going to push our knee away from us. And maybe look over your right shoulder. And stay here for a breath. And come back to the center. Place your right hand back on the block, and on an exhalation, place back your right knee on the mat. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. On your next inhalation, place your left foot on the outside of the left hand and your left hand on your left knee. And start making circles. First we do anti-clockwise. We follow the movement of the body. Make small circles. And bigger circles. And we meet in the center again. And we do the other direction. And make your circles a little bit smaller. And meet again in the center. Now we're going to put the weight on the side of our left foot. We're going to push our left knee away from us and maybe look over your left shoulder. And exhale, release. Place your left hand back on the block. And on your next exhalation, place back your left knee. And we're going to go into a short child's pose. So make sure your knees are wide enough to make room for your belly. And you can use a pillow or a bolster if you find that more comfortable. And take a few breaths here. And when you're ready, slowly come up, push yourself up, support yourself with your hands. And when you're in a kneeling position, support yourself with your hands and roll onto your hips and come to a sitting position. We're going to go for a butterfly pose. So you can bring the soles of your feet together like this. Make sure your spine is straight and you can put your hands on your feet as if you're reading a book. And see how intense you want to make this pose. If you bring your feet more towards you, the stretch will be more intense, but you can also put your feet a little bit more away from you. And see what feels right for you in this moment and see if you can find some stillness in this pose. Bring your chin to your chest and relax. And maybe you want to add some little movements. You can rock a little from side to side. And on inhalation, come up again, look up. And fly the butterfly. Okay, then we're going to bring our legs together again with our hands. And we're going to put our feet wide. You can place the hands behind you. We're going to do some windshield wipers and we're going to move the knees from the left into the right. And come back to the center. So we're going to bend our knees again, roll over on your hips and come onto your knees. And again, you can use a blanket for more support. We're going to move into a toe squat. So we're going to sit on our toes. Now, if this feels intense for you, you can also leave your hands in front of you to make the stretch a little bit less. But if it feels nice, you can walk yourself up with your hands and place your hands on your belly and just relax here for a few breaths. Okay, on your next exhalation, place your hands in front of you and release your toes. Maybe come on your elbows and tap out your toes a little bit to shake out any tension that you have there from the pose. And when you inhale, push yourself up again, support yourself with your hands. We're going to come into a yogi squat. So what we can do, we can sit on a block if you have already had enough of gravity. But if not, you can come, put your feet wide, toes slightly outward. Make sure there's enough room for your belly. And place your hands in front of your heart and push away your knees with your elbows. And if you want, you can add some movement here. If it feels nice, you can rock a little bit from side to side. Okay, on your next exhalation, you can put your hands in front of you. And we come up into a mild forward fold. And when you inhale, you can slowly walk yourself up, support yourself with your hands over your legs, and vertebrae by vertebrae, come up to a standing. Now we'll see if I can adjust my camera a little bit so you can see me. So first we're just going to ground here a little bit.
Adinda, can we just rejoin again in a minute?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's do that.